Hey kids, Flexing Teacher Weber here. We're going to do more work on solving equations by multiplication. In the first video, I sort of showed you where those equations come from, and then I did show you how to solve them. In this video, I just want to focus on how to solve these kinds of equations. So we got an equation here, and I don't like the way my program actually writes them. So this equation is x divided by 3 equals 6. And just like all the other equations we do, you find the variable. The variable is x, some unknown number x. X divide by 3. And we always do the opposite of what's beside the variable. The opposite of divide by 3 is to multiply by 3. Now, when you do this, it's really important, since we're already using an x as our variable, we want to use not an x to multiply, we want to use parentheses. And we do the opposite of what is connected to the variable. Divide by 3 is connected to the variable, so the opposite of that is multiply by 3. Whatever we do to one side of an equal sign, we do to the other side of an equal sign. Now, as we start to simplify both parts of the equal sign, 3 divided by 3 is 1, and we still have the x there. And 6 times 3 is 18. Or we can also say that x is equal to 18. Now, this should connect back to the equation. If we say x is 18, if I was to replace that x with 18, 18 divided by 3 does equal 6. So everything works out. Now, once again, like all the other equations, I know you could probably do that with mental math, but it's important we get these procedures in place as we start to move into equations that you might not be able to do with mental math. Plus, I also want you to show that you understand that idea of equality in algebra. Whatever you do to one side of an equal sign, you can do to another side. Let's go to another question. I'm going to flip forward. Doink. W divide by 9. Oh, I don't like writing in red. That's no good. We've got to write in blue. W divide by 9 equals 12. Divide by 9 is connected to the variable. The opposite of divide by 9 is to multiply by 9. And I'll do the same thing to the other side of the equal sign. Multiply by 9. Hey, maybe you don't know that with mental math, so let's, I'm going to move over to some scrap paper here. 12 times 9. A couple of ways we could do that, right? We could think of 12 as 10 plus 2, and we could do 9 times 10 and 9 times 2. Or we could do the older method, which is also a great method. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry the 1. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Whatever way you slice it up, the answer is 9 divided by 9 is 1W, and 12 times 9 is 108. And that's W equals 108. Pardon me. Let's look at another question. Same idea here, except the variable's on the other side of the equal sign. 3 equals P divided by 7. Find the variable. In this case, the variable is P. On that side of the equal sign, it's P divided by 7. The opposite of divide by 7, multiply by 7. And I do that to both sides of the equal sign. Keep everything in the same spot. 3 times 7 is 21. 7 divided by 7 works out to 1p. So 21 equals p. Always working down the page, nice and neat, showing all our work. Okay, let's take a look at one more. Number 4, you don't always have to have whole numbers. Pardon me again, kids. 1 8/10 equals C divide by 3. Well, we have a C divide by 3. The opposite of divide by 3 is to multiply by 3. And do the same thing on the other side of the equal sign, multiply by 3. Let's do 1 8/10 times 3. I might not know that with mental math, so I'm going to scooch on over. 1 8/10 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Write down the 4, carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. There is one number behind a decimal point in the question, so there has to be one number behind the decimal point in the answer. We'd say that's 5 4/10. So this side of the equal sign is 5 4/10. And on the other side of the equal sign, 3 divided by 3 equals 1C. Or 5 4/10 equals C. Either way you slice it up, it means the same thing. So I'm going to be giving you an assignment, MP235, numbers 1 to 21. I want you to do the questions just like we've done, and I've actually done the first question here for you to show exactly the kind of work you need to show. Hopefully this is making sort of sense. If not, send me a message in Shobi. Flexing Teacher Weber out.